You ever notice how we talk like we're disconnected? That's their problem. I didn't cause that. Yo, I'm just doing me. It's like we think we're playing a single player game, but Earth doesn't work that way. Reality doesn't work that way. Systems don't work that way. In a system, nothing happens in isolation. One action affects the whole, maybe instantly, maybe years later, maybe through a chain of events you'll never trace. That's not philosophy, that's systems theory. Systems theory is a scientific framework used to understand how different parts of a system interact over time. It shows up in biology, ecology, engineering, psychology, even business. The key idea is that the whole isn't just a sum of parts, it's about relationships between parts. Systems adapt and evolve based on feedback, a concept known as circular causality. It means cause and effect aren't linear. A affects B, but B loops back and alters A. Think about beavers and salmon. Beavers build dams that slow down rivers. That changes the water flow, the temperature, and the landscape, creating ideal conditions for young salmon to thrive. But salmon also bring marine nutrients upstream when they spawn and die, feeding the forests that grow along beaver ponds. If you only looked at the beaver or only the salmon, you'd miss the real story. The system works because of the feedback loop between them. That's how real ecosystems behave, and that's how cultures behave. That's how you behave, shaped by and shaping everything around you. But we weren't taught to think that way. Most of us were raised inside what I call consumer individualism, especially in Western culture. It's a worldview that's built on linear causality, the belief that actions lead to outcomes in a straight, one way line. Work hard and you succeed. Make bad choices, you might fail. Buy something, feel better. Compare yourself, feel worse, buy again. Linear thinking says if something's wrong, it's someone's fault. Systems thinking says if something's happening, what's the structure that's reinforcing it? Consumer individualism tells us that life is personal. Systems theory shows us that life is relational. You buy something online, it's not just a private act. It ripples into supply chains, labor practices, economies, climate. You disengage from someone struggling, it's not neutral. It feeds a system of isolation. This isn't about guilt, it's about awareness. Consumer individualism shrinks your field of view to you. Systems thinking widens it. It helps you see the feedback loops you're caught in and the ones you're feeding. And hey, look, if you've never thought about this before, that's okay. Most people haven't. Most of us absorb the framework we were raised in without ever naming it. But now might be a good time to pause and ask, what is the living framework that's organizing my life? Because something is. whether you've named it or not. A living framework isn't necessarily a religion or a rule book. It's the deep story you use to interpret the world. It shapes what you chase, what you fear, what you believe is real. And most importantly, it shapes the consequences of how you live. So ask yourself, what outcome is this framework creating in me and around me? And is it the one I want to keep choosing?